Hi, welcome to Firma Farms. Our farm was a result of my husband and I reading The Omnivore's Dilemma, which is a book by Michael Pollan about 2 years ago. We read that book and we were a bit incensed by the marketing and media that we had believed and decided we should do something about it. So what we decided to do was find some farm property, land that we could cultivate, grow crops, chickens, pigs, cows, turkeys, be able to educate the community and feed the community with what we call real food, animals that have been on pasture. We'll start with our chickens here at our hen house. Our hen house is a mobile hen house. It moves every morning. We take it to another spot about 500 yards away. Our chickens, when we open the doors, they come out. They feed on all the bugs in the grass in the general vicinity. They'll go about 200 to 500 yards away. In the evening, they come back, they walk inside on their own, and then we close the doors and they're safe for the night from any predators. So let's take a look at what the hen house looks like inside. It's really easy to get the eggs. We can just drop a door.
Rolling.
We have 10, that's our little puppy rolling. We have 10 little nesting houses here, 20 altogether, and we can pick out our eggs. What's fabulous about pasture-raised eggs is that once you take the eggs out of the nesting box, you put them in a little bit of plain water, just well water. We wipe them down a little bit, shake them off, and we put them over here to dry. Once eggs are put in, just cleaned off with a little tiny bit of water, they don't need much else. They don't need to be refrigerated, and the reason for that is that the cell wall on a shell is alive. It's a live organism. And as long as it just has a little bit of water to wash it off and no soaps, nothing like chlorine bleach in water, hydrogen peroxide in water, no kind of bacterial soap, they don't need to be refrigerated. That soap will cause the cell lining of the egg to open a bit. Then bacteria could get in, and that bacteria then, from a conventional standpoint, would get inside the egg and could be very harmful to us. So what we do in conventional farming is that we end up refrigerating them, and that kills the bacteria. But farm fresh eggs like this that are washed just in water don't need to be refrigerated. Up to 3 months, they'll be absolutely healthy and fine. All the CLAs, all the omega-3s, everything that's good for you is in a farm fresh egg, and it doesn't need to be refrigerated. So we just let them dry. We put them in our little egg cartons that we recycle, and we sell them to our customers, and they love them. The yolks are thick and yellow and orange, different colors, depending on where the chicken has been. So if the chickens are next to our crops one day, and they eat a lot of the green vegetables in the crops, let's say broccoli leaves or cauliflower leaves, some really the thicker green leaves, the yolk will be much oranger than what you would expect in a pasture-raised egg. If they are away from the garden and they're out around just the fields where the road would take the eggmobile, if they're out there, they'll be lighter color, but thick yolk regardless, because they're eating so many bugs and proteins and grasses. So an egg yolk can change day to day, but once it's on pasture, it's really healthy for you to eat. We probably get 5 to 6 dozen eggs a day. In the spring, summer, and fall, we get a little bit more. In the wintertime, we get a little bit less as the chickens are what we call molting. They'll lose some of their feathers and they're kind of gearing up for the winter months, settling in a little bit, and they slow down on their egg production. And then once it gets a little bit warmer here in California, April, they'll start to produce another egg a day.